Welcome back, everyone, to The Legend of Zelda for NES. We're doing part 2, so we're picking back up where we left off. We had just beaten the second dungeon, loaded up on all our goodies, and we're heading towards the other dungeons to knock them out, so that way we can take on Ganon, put the Triforce together, beat him, save Hyrule, and save the princess. So let's get going. What I like to do is after coming out of that dungeon is make sure you change over to like your boomerang so you don't waste those bombs. Alright. Thank God, we got that blue ring earlier, so, that's going to help us with a lot of the, preventing us from getting damage, and, we will eventually get another ring. It'll be the red ring. And that's going to cut even more damage. And we're going to take a quick left, and we're going to go up around this. And we're going to head on down. Or actually, while we're in this area, we can do a quick little burn of that bush right there. Oh, where am I at? I'm sorry, wrong bush. We're gonna go over to... I already refill. Remember, with the blue flame, if you use it, and you step out, you're gonna come up, and you're gonna burn that bush. And a little slowdown, games back then, the memory was only so much. So it would, if there were so many sprites or characters on the screen, it would cause it to slow down a little bit, get a little laggy. Newer games do that too, but thankfully, with new technologies and such, it's very limited. Really to like settings on a PC, your limits of your graphics card. So it's less and less, but games still, even to this day, if there's too much on the screen, will cause frame rate drops. Alright, so we're going to come down here, we're going to try not to get hit, but I keep getting hit. It's alright, because we get a heart there. We're going to head towards the beginning of the map. You wanted to go in there, if that's how you hit that. Go up, on the left. Now this next level is a pretty simple, easy level, but it has some enemies that are more vulnerable than others to certain weapons. Bombs is going to be needed for sure, so make sure you stock up on some things. You should have some pretty good amount of rupees with all that extra money we just got. So you want to make sure you kind of come up, go over to the shop that's up here. You just want to, refill your bombs. If you're below 5 to 6 bombs, you want to get some more bombs. So we're going to grab some more bombs. We're going to go out, come back in. And since we now have the bow, we want to grab some arrows. Alright, so make sure you have arrows and bombs filled up before you go into this dungeon. And since we just got that quick $100, that should give you enough money to get that. That's why we saved that for till that point, because we want to make sure that we had the money for those items. So we're going to hook a quick left. If you need a ferry, go up, grab that ferry up there above. We're going to go all the way to the bottom here. Try not to get hit. We're going to hook a right. Alright, and here it is, dungeon number 3. Alright, we're going to go on in. Alright, now this dungeon has some nice big goopy guys. Now these guys are pretty much bigger versions of those Hershey Kisses we saw earlier. So you can take those guys out. You can come up, grab that, take these guys out. Now grab that key. Now as you can see, we have in our inventory, we have plenty of bombs. You can see we have the arrow there. We still haven't gotten a potion, so we have the actual, I'm blanking on the word, note for the potions if we need them. So if you did want to get a potion, you can get a potion. You don't really need to get one, but we have our candle, and we also have our bow and arrow filled. Now the bow and arrow is going to come in handy if we need it for certain enemies, but you shouldn't really need it right this minute. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to, make sure we have full bombs and full arrows, because especially the next world, the next dungeon is going to need those things even more. Now these guys, because we have the white sword, you can't hit them straight on because they have shields too, but you can hit them from the side or the bottom, or even the top, but not directly on. Now as you can see, even with that blue, they take off a little bit of damage. They're a lot easier with the white sword, but if you have the regular sword, they can give you a little bit of trouble. We're going to bomb this wall, but we're not going to go in it yet. We're going to hook a left. We're going to go back to our boomerang, because we want to make sure that, we don't waste our bombs. Oh, and watch out for those spikes. As you see, I had a little pause there. Take those guys out. Now, we already got keys. So, we have 3 of them. We have spares. So, we're going to go in. We're going to unlock this door. We're going to come left. And we're going to come down. We have more of these guys. Now, in order to see that door is locked, in order for any door like that, you have to beat the guys in the room. You have to clear the room of all the enemies for it, in order to it open. Otherwise, it will be blocked forever. Now, there are, on occasion, some doors that are one way, where you go in, you can't open it, or whatever. You gotta clear the room. Now, as you can see, there's more guys in here. You don't really need to clear them. I tend to just try to avoid them. Go down, and here's our next item, the raft. Now, what's cool about this is if you notice the banding on the raft has blue bands. That's because we are wearing the blue ring. If you had not cut the blue ring yet, then it would actually still be green. It's a nice little touch that Nintendo put in, just a little extra touch of the banding. Now, that banding will also turn red when you get the red ring later in the game. So, it's kind of a cool little touch that Nintendo decided to put in. It wasn't necessarily needed, but they threw it in. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook a right, and we're gonna go all the way right again. Whoop. I'm gonna go right again. I'm gonna take these guys out again to open the door. Whoop. Getting beat a little bit. There we go. Oh, really? It's turning on me right when I go to hit you. Alright, and that's going to open that door. So right next to us now, it's opened it. Now, we don't necessarily want to go that way because it's just an extra room. We actually can go up. And that's going to give us the map. What we're going to do is, if you can listen, you can hear the enemies real close to us. Now, if we took a right, we would have to clear another room, and then we would be able to get near the boss. But we don't need to. Now, we're going to grab the map. We're going to grab our bombs. And we're going to bomb this. And this is going to bring us to the boss. The boss. Now, this guy If you can place a bomb right in his middle, you kill him one shot. I missed, so I got 2. Oh, you can hit him with the sword. Got him. It's the easiest way to do it. Just place a bomb and you get him. So that's World 3. Collect that piece of the Triforce and we're done. Now you may have noticed when we collected the map for this is called the Manji. So Nintendo used a lot of religious icons in there. Oop, I see that's right there. I dropped the bomb. That's why you want to be careful with the bombs. A lot of religious icons, imagery and such in some of their games. If you notice, Link actually has a cross on his shield. And later in the game, we're going to collect what's called the Magic Book, and that book actually was renamed when it came to the U.S. to the Magic Book, but in Japan it was actually called the Bible. So, the Manji, people see it and go, that's a horrible symbol. That's a symbol, for bad times in the world. And it actually, in Japan and in other cultures, you have it in, Buddhism, you have it in even Navajo cultures. That's a sign of prosperity and peace and such. And if you noticed, it was actually, straight across. Whereas with, when Germans had the reign of Hitler and all the horrible, atrocities of the world at that time, he rotated it to use it for his own and modified it a little bit. But yeah, so don't worry if you see stuff like that. It's not meant to be hateful in any way. It's actually supposed to be peaceful, and it's just another religious symbol in the game itself. And a lot of Nintendo games use religion, so, you can start noticing that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to level 5, but what we're going to do is we're going to come up... level 4, I'm sorry. We're going to come up here real quick. And before we go to level 4, we're going to hop in here. We're going to shoot over to this. I just realized I'm taking your level 5. For some reason I have level 5 stuck in my head. So we're just going to shoot down, that's no worries. While we're here, if you wanted to get a potion, you could get a potion. Now, in this next level, you don't want to spend money before. You want to have at least 100 rubies. And the reason for that is because there's a little secret in there where you're going to be able to upgrade yourself. And we want to make sure we can do that in that next level. So we want to make sure before we get to the next dungeon, we've just collected at least 100 rubies. So that way we're ready for the future dungeons, because there's other dungeons that are going to have it. We want to collect as much as possible. So we're just kind of walking around, making sure we got plenty of money. So that way if we have to up, our bombs or our arrows are going to be necessary for the next round. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the left. I'm just avoiding characters at this point. No need to fight them. If you have to, you have to, but let's not even waste our time. And we're going to go to the next level, which is off this little pier right here. No, you don't. We're going to take our raft, go across. So we're going to do level 4, and then in level 5, like I said, we're going to upgrade our bombs, we're going to do a bunch of stuff. So once we hit level 5, it's going to be pretty much getting harder and harder and harder, but the levels are going to get bigger and bigger. And there's going to be little secrets in them. This one has a nice little secret room in it that we're going to hit. And this level is actually the snake map. Again, Nintendo, every level had its own little thing. So we're going to grab this key. We don't really need it because we've got so many stored, but we're going to grab it anyways because, the more you have, the easier it is later in the game when you need keys, and you don't really feel like jumping around. And we're going to take these guys out, and as you can see, with the boomerang, we can, dispose of them pretty easily. We're going to freeze him. And if a good little tip was when you're hitting those guys, if you stab them, and then throw your boomerang right after, you can actually sometimes get those 2 bats that spawn. We're going to come in here, we're going to grab the compass. This is where the compass is. You don't really need it for this map. Now, if you go into a room that's dark, go to your candle, throw out a flame, then kick back over to your boomerang. And this is why that boomerang is so handy. Does it... See, stab and throw, stab and throw. Comes in real handy when you need it. Alright, so we're going to go up here. Grab that key. Oh, got him on the back. Again, dark room. You want to be able to see. Candle. And we will upgrade our candle a little later in the game to the red candle, and then you won't have to constantly go out and come back in to cause it to work. It will just work. I was a little too fast on that boomerang, or a little too far away in that case. Come here, you. Gotcha. Another dark room. A lot of dark rooms. You're going to start getting that more and more and more in the game, too. Where you're going to have these rooms that are just dark. You know, it's nothing to really worry about. Because you can actually kind of find your way through it if you really wanted to. It's really not hard. You know, you just have to kind of navigate a little bit. We're going to grab that key. As you can see, another dark room. They love their dark rooms in this game. So we're going to wait until that guy lines up. Now, as you see, there's a path right there. So you can, other than the bats, that guy can't come over. And we'll shut that candle off. Almost had him on the back end. Got him. Gotcha. Now, in this room right here, we have a choice. We can either go up or we can go right. What we want to do is we want to go right, because that's going to head us towards where we need to go to get our next item for this game. Come here, you. There we go. So we're going to hook her right. Now, those are like legs. So those guys you do not want to get touched by, because what they will do is they will eat your shield. If they eat your shield, it's gone and you're back to the little guy. So have your boomerang out. They take quite a few hits, as you can see. And if you get hit by the little face guys, you can't use your sword for a little bit. It pauses your ability to use your sword. So you want to try to avoid those guys while avoiding the light lights. This is a dangerous room. Now, if you see 2 stones like this, one of them is going to move, so we're going to move it. And I'm just going to get hit by this. If you notice, I get hit, doesn't damage you, but now I can't use my sword. There it goes. So, they're just more of an inconvenience than anything. Alright, so here's our next item, the ladder. And the ladder gives us the ability to kind of traverse little gaps between spaces and stuff like that. So now we got that. I'll show you how that works in a sec. In the next room. Now, you don't have to equip it. It's just one of those always available type of things. But as you can see, we have all these spaces in this room. So what we can do is we can stand on the ladder and they can't. These guys are not in our area. Now, bats, obviously, if they fly in our area, are going to get us. So you got to be mindful of that. But anything that has to be stuck to the path can't. Whereas we can go anywhere we want. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hook a left here. We don't want to go right up there because that's just a dead end. So a little thing they like to throw in on occasion is dead ends and tricks to trap you. Again, we're on... Whoop. Those guys jump, and they can jump and put their head into your space, even though it's technically they're on the floor. Just to be mindful, they kind of jump into the next space. We're going to go up. Now, as you can see, the speed of that boomerang really comes in handy. Oh, I almost had nothing. Alright, we're gonna go right here. Now, if we had gone through that door, and I'll light this room up with a candle, you would see why it would have been a waste of a key. Wouldn't have done anything for us. You can still get the chocolate chips. We can't make across because it only goes one space. But you can take them out if you want. You're not going to be able to collect whatever's there unless you have a boomerang. Now, here's our map. Now, little secret. Bomb right there. And now we're in the eye, or the little gap. And we got some nice little rupee collection. And I believe we can bomb... Is it that wall? Yep. And if you listen, we're right near the boss. So we're going to clear these guys out. Oh, no, you don't. Whoop. Whoop. I went out the hole somehow. I didn't mean to do that. It's alright. We'll go right back in. Gives us more opportunity to collect what we need, like a heart, to get us full. Oh, that was... Now this again. Push the stone. And now we're in with the boss. Now this guy, he throws at you. But what you can do is if you come up here to this block, you can hit him until his head come off. There we go. Because we had enough hearts, we were able to take it. Yeah, so if you stand here, you have a little bit of a better chance of hitting him when he has two heads, and then you kind of can go like that. Alright, we got our next piece. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to level 5. And now level 5, like I said, is where we need to make sure we had that 100 rupees. So it's always good to collect as many rupees as needed. You want bombs, you want arrows. Arrows are going to be crucial in that. If you have what you need, great. If you need to buy some stuff, you can go to the shop again. Like, I'm going to get some bombs because I want to make sure I have bombs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... Haha, I gotcha. I'm going to go to our warp spot because we're going to use that to hop around the world a little bit so we don't have to go so far. We don't. This is the start of the game. Controller stopped playing nice with us for a second. Like that. Go in the warp zone. Now, if you recall from our first video, I talked about taking the middle one. It brought me basically from where we unlocked it in the mountains to here. If you go in the middle, it takes you back there. That's cool. You take that guy out. We're going to go right back into it. And we're going to see if it takes us back where we came from or if it takes us to another warp zone. I just tend to stick with the middle because it's whatever. You know, it sometimes will take you one place the other. Let's try our left and see what happens. There we go. This is where we want to be, actually. So we're going to come down here. If you remember from the beginning of the game, this is kind of where that hidden place was. That's where we got the letter from the old man to get to the little woman. We're going to go down somehow sideways. And as you can see, that's where we got the coins. Alright, so we got our full hearts. We have money. We're going to avoid these guys. And we're going to come into the Lost Mountain. Now again, with this Lost Mountain, if you would go down, it would just continue cycling. It'd be real annoying, but if you go down and then you come back up, you keep walking up. Just keep on going. And eventually you'll make it in. And we are at level number 5. Now, number 5, what we want to do is, right when we get in there, equip your bow and arrow. And these are the pole voice. Now, these guys, as you can see, the arrow just does a number on them, but if you use a sword or anything else, it takes a few hits. One shot. Now, they dropped the key. I happen to be standing right where the key was. Those guys, what's an interesting, neat little thing about the game is when they first introduced this game, they ended up doing, in Japan, a voice modulator, or a voice, little microphone. And what that would do is they hate sounds. So you would actually be able to talk into the microphone and it would hurt them, because as you see, they look like rabbits. So yeah, they got rid of that for Nintendo in the US. But it was kind of a cool idea. It was kind of something different. A lot of games try doing that with the audio now, and you got so many games that use voice. So really, Nintendo, if you think about it, was one of the first to really think of outside the box how we can do a new style of gaming. So I really like that they did that. It was kind of a cool little feature. Now what we want to do is we're going to go up. Okay? And then what we need to do is we need to go left. But in order to go left, we need to take these guys out. But we can go right real quick. And if we go right, we can get some money. Quick little bit of money. A little bit of cash. We'll take this guys out. Now remember, you have that ladder. So you can go here, and you can actually take these guys out. Again, need as much money as possible. So if you don't have 100 by this level, you're going to get a bunch of rupees. But we want to try to get as much as possible, so that way we have what we need for when that little secret comes up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back over left. Now these guys, I didn't refill my bombs, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to take them out. So what we can do is we can actually just come up here. We have enough keys. We'll grab the map real quick. We're going to go around the level a little bit, because we're going to be able to get some bombs. Because just like the boss before, remember, we had to fight one of those. We drop a bomb in his mouth. Or those guys, we're going to hit quite a few bombs. But that's alright. So we'll get that angle. Another key. As you can see, the boomerang is ineffective on those guys. But what's great is you can use the ladder to get aside of them. Can't reach him from there. Come here. There's the bombs. And there's our compass. And we're gonna keep going up. We got more of those pole voices. And those guys, again, they kind of jump around and stuff. So you gotta be careful of their jumping because they can hit you over water and everything else. So your ladder's kind of ineffective on them. But we have our bow and arrow. So, as you can see, you can hit things with our bow and arrow. Just try to save your arrows. And we're gonna go left. Now, if you stay in the doorway, as you can see, they can keep walking right past you, and they can't hit you, they can't hurt you, they can't do anything to you right now to really affect you. But so it gives you an opportunity to kind of wait until they're out of the way. You also can't really swing your sword, but that's why you just have to kind of wait. More money. I'm going to change over to my boomerang. Get that key. Oh. We're going to go into this area. And if you remember, bow and arrow. I'm going to wait until they line up. Try to get multiple at once. There we go. That was a good shot. Now we can actually hear the boss of the level. Because, surprisingly, behind this key is the boss of the level, and we have to go past him to get our item. But before we do, we're going to put a bomb right here. We're going to come up. And as you can see, secret power is, said to be in the arrow. That's a hint. Arrows are so powerful. They take out those pole voice, but also that's what's going to be needed to beat Ganon. So that's why I said, earlier in the game, we want to make sure we grab all the items because the bow is one of the most important. Now, we can't do anything with this guy right now. We could sit there, we could try to beat him, but we're going to go past him because we don't need it. We want to be in here, take these guys out to get more bombs because we need more than 6. Hopefully they'll give us some bombs. And if not, we'll head our way back to those Dodongos to, yeah, they didn't give any bombs. Alright, we're gonna go right past them again. We really gotta get past the Dodongos, the Triceratops. I was hoping we would get enough bombs, but I think we can do it with 6. We just have to line them up perfectly. Should start getting some respawns because we've moved more than 4 spaces. There. Enemies are being stingy with things. Oh, nothing. Very surprising. There we go. Alright. Down. Alright, let's bring those bombs back up. Let's line it up right into his mouth. Got him. Oh, I missed that one, but as you can see, Smoke, he still hates smoke. You want to line it up just right. Who got it? There we go. Boom. And of course they give us more bombs, but now we've unlocked that door again. We have to kill the enemy to get past that. And we need to get past that. Now as you see, the door locked behind us, which means we cannot leave until we kill everything in the room. Alright. Good. Now this guy's giving us some more bombs. I like how they hide them. Sometimes they're like, oh, what do I got? I don't have anything. I know what you're talking about. Alright, now, if you're sitting there going, we killed all the guys, the door didn't open. Why didn't it open? Some rooms have, like, hidden things where you can move some of these stones and they'll open the door, or others don't open at all. But you're saying, well, how do I get out of this room? If you bomb, you can open the door. And now we're in this secret room. Now, these blue guys, these knights are tough. If you have enough bombs, drop a bomb and hope you get them. Otherwise, you're going to be taking a lot of swings at these guys. And, again, can only hit them sideways. And they take a whole heart if they hit you. See? Die! They're quick, too. Oh, no, come on. Uh-oh. Now you have to kill all of the guys in this room. Just to let you know. Oh, you kidding me? Wow, that was a fight. In order to push that block. It will not move until you kill him. Now this is just a path. And we're going to try to do this as carefully as possible. I got 3 hearts. Not like a little challenge. This is going to bring us up here. And what we want to do is we want to go down. Take out all these bats. Wow, none of them are giving me anything. Grab this. You want to bring up your bombs again. Now, I thankfully have 1 left. Blow that wall. And we're going to come to that secret I was talking about earlier. I absolutely would. So you pay them $100 and now you can hold up to 12. Very much worth it. Very much worth getting that secret. So definitely make sure you grind through this level, kind of clearing every room, and you get that. Now we're going to come up here, and we're going to go into this room. And again, these guys, difficult, difficult, difficult. If I die, it will bring me back to the main part of the level. But I have 12 bombs now, so I'm going to try to lay some bombs. Got 1. Whoa! Oh, I took it. Oh, missed it. Where are they going to turn? Oh, that would have been nice. 2 more. Uh-oh. No more bombs. But they all took a pretty good amount of hits, so if I can survive... Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna. These are my #1 enemy. I hate these things so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. It's alright. Just gonna respawn him and let it die. This level, as you can see, it's starting to have more difficulty. Sometimes you get lucky and you can take these guys out. Sometimes you can't. Now the good thing is we've restarted the level, but we're back here. We can come up. And we have guys to fight. They're not giving us any life. So what we can do is we can go get some potion and we can go get some life. Now we've upgraded our bombs. We don't need to worry about wasting money. That guy spawned in the worst spot. Now, if again, we're in the Lost Woods. If we go right, it's going to stay. I mean, Lost Mountain. But if we go left, it opens this up. Trying to hit this. Come on. Of course I went over. Alright, we're gonna try to avoid the rocks. Now, from earlier, if you recall, we blew a hole up in this wall right here. We're gonna come in here. And if you're gonna buy potion, blue is gonna give you a single, red is gonna give you a double. Right now, we're good for that. But our life is pretty low, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go over here. I'm gonna come down towards the start. Oh, that made it so we don't have to do a hunt for a fairy, but we're still going to. I'm gonna come down here. Go right. Go left. Just about full, so really don't need it, but we're gonna grab it anyways to say hi to the fairy. We're gonna come down. Remember, we have our warp spot right here, so we can go in that warp spot. We'll take the left road. And as you see, it doesn't matter which one you take. It's a total gamble. Try left again. There we go. So now we're back up in the mountain. So a little detour gets us a potion to survive the match, because those blue guys are a pain, and makes it so we can go through the level. Now again, go all the way up, just keep going up. Alright, we're gonna go in. Go up. As you can see, door closed. We gotta kill the guys. Again, we gotta kill these guys to get over there. So, what did we forget to get? Bombs. That's okay. What we can do is we'll go out real quick, and I'm actually, while we're gonna do that, now that we have the item, we can technically beat this game. I mean, we'll not beat this game, beat this level pretty quick, but we can get what we need to make our lives a little easier. So again, we'll go left. Doing a little run around today. Sorry about that, folks. Just gonna hold left. Try to outrun the rocks. Didn't make it on that one. It's alright, didn't do much damage. What we're going to do is we're going to actually keep going this way. We're going to go through the desert. I should have done this technically before we went back to the dungeon. So again, sorry for wasting your time with that. We're just gonna keep going right. Keep going right. Hey, bombs, alright. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. We're going to take another right. Those blue guys like to drop those bombs. So we're right back to 8 bombs. We're going to take this right air across with our raft. We're going to come up here. In the little secret area. We got another heart. This is one of the last hearts you can get on the overworld. We're going to go get the last one right now. Oh, I might mean to do that. Small thumbs today. More bombs. And now you see there's those platforms there. There's one more down. And there's the last heart on the overworld. Now, if you notice, we have 12 hearts. We have enough hearts to get the magic sword. The magic sword, again, is not the master sword because they hadn't perceived that idea yet. They hadn't even come up with it and thought about, hey, you know, something that's kind of going to go across all stories other than really the Triforce like in Zelda. But even then, they didn't really think about doing multiple games at this point. They were just trying to put something out that would be great in an adventure and see how it did before they even took it any further. Because they didn't know if, you know, this was such a gamble with all the space issues and with how it got so much criticism from folks about, you know, starting with the sword versus not starting with the sword, as well as, you know, as you saw, all the religious things, so there was a lot of censorship in their games. It was one of those things where, like, are we going to be able to do this game or not? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to get to the graveyard. We're going to go warp zoning it. Don't need to push it if it's already open, but I hit it. We're going to try the right one. Nope. See? It doesn't matter where you go. Alright, we're going middle. There we go. We want to go up into the mountains. If you recall, this is up near that graveyard, because that graveyard is where the magic sword is. I'm going to call it the master sword, because it is the master sword. At the end of the day, that's what you want, is that master sword. We're going to come up to the graveyard, we're going to go up where the guy spawns, gives you a little tip, push down, and there's the stairs. Can we master it? We can. So we now have the most powerful sword in the game. It's the sword that's required to actually fight Ganon. So without this, you are not going to beat him. So you need to make sure you have that. Now what we're going to do is go across. We have 12 bombs, so we've already refilled our bombs. We're going to go back to the warp point. I'm going to try to warp back into where the Lost Mountains are. Really? I didn't know if he was going to show up or not. He was like, I don't want to work today. Okay, now it's just being a pain. Let's try the right path. Oh, it's funny. Every path but. Wow. Now, obviously, we by now could have walked there, but I just want to, I'm kind of wanting it to give me the path I want. Okay, now you're just being difficult. Alright, we're just gonna, from the start, let's do it. Because, obviously, it doesn't want me to warp. It wants me to show you the overworld again and how beautiful it is. Modeled after Miyamoto's childhood escape, where he would go and explore the woods around Kyoto, Japan, where he grew up. Going around, he actually had a lantern with him going into caves and stuff like that. So, as you can see, a lot of that inspiration for this game came from his childhood. It's pretty awesome. You know, if you can create something based off of your childhood that millions and millions of people will love, then you're going to want it. We're going the wrong way. If we go that way, we're just going to get Oh no, we can go that way. Because we're going to the Lost Mountain. Swear today, if my head wasn't attached, I'd probably forget it too. Now we have the magical sword, so that sword is more powerful. It can hit things easier, so like even those blue guys are going to be a little bit easier to fight. So if you're having trouble with them, and you can get the number of swords, I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. You know, if you can get enough hearts, grab that, and then go back to this and conquer it. Now we got potion, we've got bombs, we've got arrows, we've got all we need. I'm just gonna, real quick, show you something again. If you look, arrows, I forgot to mention, are based off of rupees. So every arrow is a rupee. See how I went down? So, you use an arrow, you use a rupee. So the more arrows you have, you know, the number of rupees you have is how many arrows you have. So I just wanted to show you that. And the good thing is with those pole voids, they, you know, you kill them quickly with the arrow, you tend to get rupees, so it makes your money back. And as you can see in the inventory, where our note was, now the potion lays. So we're gonna go here. Excuse me. And you see those guys a little fast to take out. Come in here, bring up our bombs. Oh, well, he's frozen. And he's dead. And if you're fast enough, you can sometimes double lay it. So if you wait until he inflates, and then drop it, you can get it. Wow, they all gave me fairies. Thank you. Instead of giving me some bombs, we're going to give you some fairies. Oh, and I accidentally put my potion on, and as you can see, even though I was full, you can use it. That's why potions, bombs, and stuff, you want to make sure you're being aware of your inventory. Because if you don't, you will end up wasting your stuff. It's alright, I have a better feeling this round, especially with having the magic sword, that we're going to be alright. You can actually just skip these guys and go right in the hole. One thing about these doorways and stuff, if you catch just a little bit of that pixel, that's all it takes. Whoop. See, 2 hits. Boom. A lot easier. A lot easier. So I definitely recommend grabbing if you can. Come here. And then push the block, go down the path, boomerang some bats. And we're gonna hook a left, because we already went down, we already got our bombs. We're gonna take these guys out. See, wish you could boomerang them. But they're too too armored. Oh. They quick turn on you too, which is a real pain. But as we can see, that sword is doing a number on them. Oh, thank you. Push the rock. That's going to open up the path to get our item for the room, which is the whistle. Now, that whistle kind of looks familiar. You know, they used it again in Mario. So in Mario, you had the whistle where you could warp around and stuff. Nintendo liked to reuse a lot of their items. A lot of their sprites, a lot of their graphics, because it was cheaper that way. They've already created it, they don't have to waste the time on it, they can reuse it. The good example is, if I can find... Oh, there's none in here. That's right. So we're going to go back down this path. There are fireballs. You know, like the fireballs that the Zora, you know, in the water fire. Those are the same fireballs like Mario throws. You know, so like a lot of the things are the same. Alright, now again, gotta kill these guys. I just remembered something. I'm pretty sure you can bomb one of these walls. Yep. Hey, sometimes you forget things and they come back at the most inconvenient of times. We could have skipped all that Dodongo stuff, but it's teaching you know, about this level, so that's kind of what I want to do. Is I want to teach you all about this game, all about the levels, so you can see things, so you can enjoy it too. So, you want to skip it, just blow a hole in that wall. But we wanted to get the bomb upgrade anyways, so it was a good experience. And you have to make the path in the journey through all this anyways, because you need coins. I mean, not rubies. You know, we're just going to skip these guys, though. Skip him, too. Skip all of you. We're not worried about these guys anymore. We just want the boss. We've got what we wanted. Yeah, these guys we can kill because they're in our way. And you can hear them. Now, see how these guys take so many hits? Even with the magic sword, it takes a while. So, you know, you gotta... And they bounce around. Alright, so we're at the boss. Now, the boss uses the whistle to beat. So bring up your whistle, walk in. Turns into a smaller one. 2 hits, dead. Now we have our piece of our Triforce. So that is level 5. Alright, so if we had plowed through that level without dying that time... Oh! Well, little trick, I'm showing you. Blow the whistle, and you get somehow hit backwards by the guy into the thing. That was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was awesome. That's alright. Let them spawn. So if we had burned through that level, then we would have gotten that piece of Triforce, come out and done the hearts, gotten the magical sword at that point. But since we got it, we've eliminated that. Now with the whistle, a little neat thing, and this is a warp tool too. So if you blow the whistle, it's going to take you to any of your completed levels. You just let the tornado take you, and it's going to bring you wherever you've previously beat. Now this is level 3. We're back where we were. That's level 1. Which is fine. We're going to take level 1. Now we're going to go to level 6. Level 6 is what I consider one of interesting level. It's definitely more difficult of a level. What you'll want to do is I have exactly 68. I still have a blue potion, so we have some potion. But I'm definitely going to want to get more bombs. Keep on skedoodling over. And as you can see, we have 4 keys on hand. We're just stacking the keys. Stacking them, stacking them, stacking them. So it's going to help us for this level. We're not going to be having to worry about locked doors so much and like, oh god, we don't have a key. Come up here, I'm just going to get some more bombs. Since nobody's... Well, actually... Yeah, we'll just pay the 20. I was gonna say we could just go take out some moblins and get it. Now, we want to make sure you don't have the whistle on while you're walking around. Otherwise, you are going to send yourself for a ride. If you needed a refill on your hearts... You could go up to the... See? Then of course I'd get a bomb. You could go here and get more. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little trip. Alright, Lost Woods again. So go up. Left. Whoop. Down. And left. And that gets you out. Through the graveyard. And again, after the level, you beat that. You go through all this. You can get all this stuff. You would get the magic sword. You come up this stairway. We have another world. Boom, level 6. So now level 6 has some tough bad guys. So what we want to make sure is that at this point we have all we need. You know, we have the meat, we have our potion, we have bombs. Definitely want to make sure you have bombs. If you don't have bombs, this level isn't going to be as easy for you. There are a lot of bad guys in this world that they're going to give you some trouble. You're going to have, now, starting really from this level forward, you're going to have enemies that you have to refight, bosses, basically. So you're going to start seeing the bosses from the other levels just in the actual map itself. Now, what we're going to do is you can go right to get a key, but we have keys, so we're going to skip that unless, you know, actually, I'm going to show you the whiz robes. So we're going to go right. We'll get the key that's in this room by taking out the whiz robes. A lot of Dark World coming in. Those are whiz robes. As you can see, they show up, and they like to fire at you. If you don't have the big shield, you are not going to be okay in this level. See how it bounces off? The small shield, they do not bounce. And they take 2 hearts for every hit, even with the blue. I believe they take almost 4 when you don't have the blue ring at this point. It's always best, let them spawn and then get around them, because they don't move. They just spawn in whatever direction you are. Up here is just a little secret of how to beat the boss. We're not going to waste the key. Spawn, bounce off. Hey, spawn. There we go. See, they love to spawn right at you. You just have to be mindful of the cross. Try to get out of the corner. Oh, that was the master. So we took out all the guys with that one, which was nice. So now with this room coming up, what you're going to want to do is we're going to have a couple rooms. We're going to go about, I want to say it's like 2 or 3 more. You want to make sure you have bombs. This next room has got the jellies. The parents of the Hershey Kisses, as I like to say. This is going to give us our compass. Here's the fireballs I was talking about. So that's the same animation, same sprite as like Mario throwing a fireball. They just changed the colors and kind of tweaked it a little bit. Get that key. You can stick it, dodge. Now stop moving. And you're going to just run. And that's going to get you through that. Alright. Now these guys, those lights, again, they're in this world, and we do not want to get hit by them, so you really want to try to take them out first. Keep throwing your boomerang at them. Don't take it... Oh, I almost got eaten, because these robes. I'd rather take the hits than those guys take my shield. Now, as you can see, the blue ones are a pain in the butt. Now I'm down to 2 hearts. If I take another hit, I'm dead. So we're going to not use our bow and arrow. We're going to put our potion on, and we're going to take our potion. And this is why I said this level gets harder and harder. Starting from level 6, 7, 8, and 9, those levels can be very hard, so a potion is really almost required at this point, because you want to be able to take these guys out. And it is tough. Alright, push the block. Door's open. Now, in this room, like I said, we're going to make sure we have our bombs. We're going to bomb this wall without trying to get hit by all these whiz ropes. Oop. Well, that helped, I guess. And then go in the hole. Try to avoid them. Just easier. So now that we're in here, we're in another room. These guys float, so they can hit you over the water. They don't like fire, so if we can take one in the cross. Yeah, they're brutal. See, the orange ones will fire once at you, and then the blue ones will just keep going. They're pains in the butts. Yeah, float across the water. Yeah, keep going. Come on. Keep doing it again. Oh. Alright, so now here, we want to go up. Okay? Did not go up? Oh, there it goes. Go up. So in here, we have those lights again. I'm going to try to burn them. That's going to hurt them a lot. Make sure you put your boomerang on. Freeze. Stab. Pretty much just keep throwing that. You don't want those guys to get you. Otherwise, you will lose that big shield of yours, and then you're going to be pretty unprotected in this level. And we got our map. So now this level is the lizard level, as you can see. I'm going to let those guys hit me. It doesn't mind. I don't mind. We're going to actually go up. Okay, so up. Take these blue guys out. If you get a chance and the orange one spawns near you, take them out. Oh, that was not even fair. He spawned where I was standing. There's the rock. This opens up a secret to where our next item is. The magic wand. Now, the magic wand gives us a little bit of an advantage against a lot of enemies that don't like this. So you're going to be like the whiz rope now. You're going to be able to shoot. Okay. It's a fun little toy. Now, in this room, we want a bomb. Oh, and I threw a bomb down instead of... See, they don't like that either. We're going to put our boomerang on. So that gives you, with these guys, if you get hit and your sword is useless, you can kick over to the wand and take those guys out. Again, don't want to get grabbed by these guys. See, now I don't have a sword, so I can just keep them there until my sword comes back. Ooh. Okay, now I don't have it. And what we want to do is we're going to go and we're going to actually bomb this wall. And there's a little secret in here. Fairies are where the secrets... There are secrets where the fairies don't live. Basically, what that means is it's a hint to where our next path is going to take us. You know, where are we going to go so that we know where the next level is. It's a little hint. Oh, I accidentally turned. Grab this key. Dodge. Take a right. Now you can hear the boss is near us, but you can't actually get to the boss. It's just a dead end. I can't believe it. Oh. I killed the master again. Whew. Alright, so we have to make our way down to be able to get to the boss. I don't have enough hearts to survive this. this fight, because the boss is going to fire at us. There's going to be a lot more Wizrobes and stuff like that. So what I'm probably going to do is take a hit from that guy. I'm going to come down. Let them disappear. I'm going to go down this entry. Hopefully get a heart. There we go. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get a heart. I'm going to take us to the boss and see what I can do. Now we don't have to go around the level hunting for the item. And if you noticed, they're not making the bats because of the magical sword is actually hurting them. Yeah, we gotta kill all the guys in this room. And there it is. Alright, I knew that was gonna happen. So once we're in that room, that's how we can get to the boss. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna save this game for now. We're gonna come back and we'll finish this up in part 3 because we're right at the end of this level. We just have to go to that room, go in the stairs, and we're at the boss. Once we kill the boss, then we'll have rooms level 7, 8, and we'll go after Ganon. So I hope that you'll join me again. And as you can see, we're back at the menu because I saved it, so that way we can pick right back up. And when we pick back up the game, it's going to bring us right to the start. So I hope you'll join me for part 3 so that we can complete this game, save Hyrule, collect all the things. Wasn't the greatest playthrough today, I'm sorry for that, folks. But sometimes you're rusty, sometimes it's been a while. But that's the fun of the game, is it gives you a challenge. So I hope to see you again. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you soon.